What this has allowed us to do, which is literally the most important thing, is the lifeblood of a customer service industry, is we've had more interactions per individual student. We have greater transparency with regard to how frequently are we communicating with those students. We have more automation capabilities, which frees up time in our day. And I can't tell you, like half of our day, we're on the phone. I don't have time to manually go set up things or manually communicate one by one with each individual record alone. So I think having more time in the day and being able to acquire really important metrics, like when is the last time I communicated with that student? And we're utilizing the notes module in a way that's really cool, where we can import email communications directly into the system utilizing SugarConnect, which is a wonderful feature that I know you all have. But yeah, our business is utilizing that, and we can import communications and have that last interaction date field that I talked about updated. And I can see all of that. And I can also, if I want to like take a larger bird's eye view for certain groupings and records, I utilize the focus drawer capability. So I don't have to click into each individual record to get certain types of information. I kind of hover, get that information in an ID card kind of way, and then I can just keep going through the list of students that I need to work with for that day. Also, I build reports, not just in the reports module, but I actually build filters when I look at all of my contacts so that I can select which student grouping I want to work with. I didn't really have that capability very easily in the previous system, so I use and abuse that constantly to help me get to certain students every single day.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So I heard you say productivity and saving time. I heard you say making it easier just for your day-to-day, particularly with the automation. And I heard you also say the experience for the students, right? Could you actually, I have to I have to pace myself. I have so many questions. I'll start first with, you mentioned KPIs around time savings and all of those things. I'm putting you on the spot here. Do you have any measurable KPIs where you've noticed a difference since implementing Sugar?
Right. So what I've observed just off the top of my head is that I noticed the conversion rates for some of our programs have gone up as a result, because we're able to communicate more effectively and more frequently with students. And this is particularly the case for some of our psychology programs. So because we're able to free up so much time in our day, that means that we can get to more students in a shorter period of time. And what that means is we're converting more students to our programs, which directly has a correlation with the change in the conversion rate. So that is something, I can't pick up the exact percentage off the top of my head, but what I do know is that's a KPI in all businesses, especially in education, where you want a higher conversion rate to get leads to, of course, be part of your organization. So I know for certain that that has absolutely gone up.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I did put you on the spot, so I don't expect you to have all of the percentages and metrics just floating around in your brain. So something else you had mentioned was the student experience, and I want to kind of circle back to the title of this webinar and something you mentioned early on about what makes Sofia University special. Could you dive a little bit deeper into what you feel the student experience has been since implementing Sugar?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think, and I've actually gotten these comments from my students, which is a high compliment. They're able to touch base with me more frequently, and I get that higher rate of accessibility, because customer service is literally the lifeblood of what we do. So being available more often for my students because of that freed up time, being able to get on a call with them instead of having to craft a manual email, sending them very beautiful prefabricated templates, the fact that they enjoy like receiving those, they can get that automation from marketing as well through our email nurtures. They feel like I'm communicating with them more frequently. And I've kind of found a formula where it's like a sweet spot of just enough, but not too much, which it takes a while to kind of get used to a particular workflow. But once you're in it, students are highly receptive to that. So they feel like they're getting more touch points per individual counselor. And I think that that pretty much is the biggest pro of going through this entire process.